Gonna go see some stand-up, so I have to put real clothes on. Hi, pretty geeks, and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. And I was kind of just hanging out in here. We're in my bathroom, by the way. BTW. And I don't be hanging out in like a gross way. Like, I was just kind of sitting in here. Because I want to take my glasses off, because I've had like a headache, just low-key all day, and I was gonna wash my makeup off, and then I was like, I don't look too bad in this light, and, I went out like this, so I hope I didn't look too bad, but I was pretty amped about it. So I thought that this would be a good time / place to record our second video of the month. And what I kind of wanted to talk about was kind of, I didn't have a title for it yet. I'm kind of just going off the edge of my ass here. Because earlier, anyway, I was at a stand-up show. And it was like half improv, half stand-up. Well, not really. Like 2/3 improv and a third stand-up. Anyway, I didn't like record the whole thing and like freaking divvy it up or anything. Anyway, and what it made me think of was the ability for you to laugh off the crap that comes about in your life. Because I think that that's one of the really, that was smart, the really important things to learn how to do. And it's something that I think comedians especially do incredibly well. Like, whenever someone's like, oh my god, that's so funny, it usually comes after something that was fairly negative. So it's like learning to laugh off the crap in your life, as well as kind of make fun of just the awkward things that happen. Because it really is okay when shitty things happen. And I think that getting some joy and some humor out of those can improve your life just tenfold. I'm sorry, I keep messing with my eye, and I don't know why. I just cannot stop. But things might suck a little bit. Like, you can have a crappy date, a shit day at school, you can have a horrible prom, and the stakes get higher as you get older, because these social situations don't come around as often as when you are in middle school and high school, and they do slow down. There are a lot less instances where things are just going to pile up and pile up and pile up because everybody knows you. Growing up isn't quite like that anymore. Like, it seems that way in the beginning. Don't get me wrong. Like, the beginning part of college was like that for me. But I went to a couple different schools, because I changed my major a million times, because if you guys didn't know, I went to school for education, and I had no idea what I wanted to go through. Like, did I want to do just special education? Did I want to teach kindergarten? I learned that that was a no, by the way. I taught kindergarten, and it's not for me. And I think maybe it was doubly as tough because I went from teaching older grades and having so much fun to teaching kindergarten, which was fun just all the time. I mean, we played a lot of games and we did cool crafts, and it was awesome. But I had like 35-year-olds, and I was like, I'll get to like 3 hours in, and I'm like, well, this was a good day. Anytime you want to pick them up. Anytime. Yeah. Because that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. But then the next that I worked in was 4th grade. And I was like, yeah, I'm about that. Like, kids are just beginning to be able to read, like, decent books on their own. I'm like, I'm about that. We can talk about books. We can talk about video games. You guys can be my bros. That's all right. And as you go through those next steps, you're not going to find yourself in as many of these super awkward situations. But some of them, they might be higher stakes, which is what I was saying before. You know, because it's not as big of a thing if you are in the classroom and you mouth off to your teacher. It's going to seem like a big thing, and if you get in trouble, you get in trouble, and then it sucks. But, you know, you did the thing, deal with it. It's going to be a little bit different if you are mouthing off to, like, your boss at your job one day. Some bosses kind of okay with it. I've worked quite a few different jobs, especially trying to work my way through school. And some of them, they can kind of dish it out, kind of take it. You just keep getting crazier and crazier as the night goes on. Anyway, but you can also, you know, lose your job over snapping at someone, and that's something that is going to have a higher impact. But a big part of it is you still have to be able to let it roll off of you, because if you just hold on to all of these stupid little things that pile up throughout your life, if you don't occasionally dust some of them away and just kind of laugh it off and let it go, it's going to eat at you, and it's going to be shitty. And no, baby, let it go. Yeah. Well, that's the main point I wanted to bring up today. What really connected that for me was I realized that there are some instances that I'm not actually the best at letting things go, even this many years later. Like, you don't realize that they're there, but sometimes things can, like, kind of pop up. Like, I've had people contact me, especially, like, on Facebook. It's awesome. I love being able to talk to my family, talk to my friends, send out messages, and, you know, not have to have everyone on my phone, just being able to kind of collect and choose when I want to be social, which is really nice. What's less nice is when you've been out of school for as long as I have, and it's been, say, 10 years since you talked to a person, and they'll be like, oh, hi, you look really good, oh, what's going on, how are you? And that little demon voice in the back of your head is like, oh my god, you made my life hell. Nah. Yeah. And you know what? It can pop up. And so long as you don't let it bring you all the way down, you feel what you gotta feel. Like, if you're upset about something, it's no use pretending that you're not, but working on being less upset is really important. Because it is normal. And it's normal to be kind of upset about things that have happened. And it's normal to have nasty little thoughts like, I'm so see that you got really big. I mean, okay, I got a little preggo looking belly. I don't have a baby in there. It just does its thing out there. But that doesn't mean that you don't get a little bit of secret, or not so secret, depending on how close you are with your best friend, joy from seeing someone else go through something negative, and that doesn't make you necessarily a bad person at all. But it does impact you negatively the more you let that infiltrate on your own life. And if you go through and you're like, have this nasty little thought, if you spread it and share it and everything, you're not doing any better. You know, you're not bringing yourself above that level that that person did to you, whatever they had done. You know, they could have said something nasty or stolen your homework or made up a weird story that somehow people believed or pushed you down a stack of stairs. Who knows? I don't know. Not everyone knows. But if you hold on to this anger, it can end up poisoning everything. And it's a lot easier, honestly, to just laugh it off. Because otherwise, it's gonna stay awkward and you're gonna stay mad. And you are so much more than that. And if you can turn these negative things into a positive, then you're tipping the scales back into your favor of you having a wonderful and happy life. So yeah, that's about all that I have for you today. I did record a couple little snippets of the show I was at, so I thought I will put just a few in here, and I hope that you enjoy them. And I'm not sure if they're going to be the best quality, because I was like sitting in a booth and trying to record over people's heads, and I was hoping that it, like my mama, I went with my mama and her boyfriend, because Mr. J did not want to go, because people and public, and God, that's ticking me off. It's like a baby peacock. There we go. Because I got called up and I did a thing and people laughed and I felt like the coolest. Because I'll never be cool, but I like feeling like I'm pretty cool, and that made me feel pretty cool. So I will attach some that I think turned out fairly well, and I hope that you had a wonderful day, that you will have a wonderful night, and if this is the last I'll see of you, because it happens, I hope you have a wonderful month. I love you guys so much. Bye!
Called I Like My Men. So we'll start with, I don't know, let's try potato chips.
I like my men like I like my potato chips. Salty.
I like my men like I like my potato chips. Wavy.
I like my men like I like my potato chips. In a can.
I'm gonna let you have that
Thank you.
one. Let's do pizza cutter. I like my men like I like my pizza cutter. Sliced. I don't know.
I like my men like I like my pizza cutter. One slice at a time.
Okay. Anyway, steering wheel. Let's see what steering wheel is. I like my men like I like my steering wheel. 10 and 2.
So wrong.
I like my men like I like my steering wheel. Noon and 3 o'clock.
I like my men like I like my steering wheel. Fuzzy on the outside.
I like my men like I like my steering wheel with a honker.
I like my men like I like my steering wheel with gadgets. You went there, I didn't.
I like my men like I like my steering wheel on cruise.
I'm gonna give you that. Alright, let's try skis. I like my men like I like my skis. Waxed. I like my men like I like my skis. Downhill. I like my men like I like my skis. With boots on.
I like my men like I like my skis. Polish.
Alright, good. Let's do pitchfork. I like my men like I like my pitchforks. With 3 prongs.
Dirty girl, dirty girl. I like my men like I like my pitchforks in the dirt.
I was gonna say I like my men like I like my pitchfork. Lost in the hay. Underwear.
Underwear. I like my men like I like my underwear clean.
I like my men like I like my underwear. In a variety of colors. I like my men like I like my underwear. Supportive.
I like my men like I like my underwear off.
Like my men like I like my underwear. I got it.
I like my men like I like my underwear tidy whities.
You like tidy whities?
No.
You lie. Alright, next one. Let's try one more if I can. Oh, I don't know. It's so weird. Toilet paper.
I knew you were going to say that
Sorry.
one. I like my men like I like my toilet paper white.
I like my men like I like my toilet paper. Scented.
I like my men like I like my toilet paper double ply. 3 sheets each sitting.
Yeah. Let's try gaucho pants.
I like my men like I like my gauchos with a lot of room to bend.
I don't even know what gaucho pants are.
MC Hammer. Think of that. MC
Okay. I like my men like I like my. They're not. Gaucho pants are like that?
They're like shorter.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. I like my men like I like my gaucho pants. Zipped up. Alright, that's all we got. Sometimes